So, welcome, Tom. Welcome to another celebration
Yes. Of culture.
of despair. That is a despair meeting laughing gas. We can put it that way.
Yes. And the decline of civilization.
At the end of Western man as we know it. All those things rolled up into one and put into a YouTube channel. Well, today we're in hot water.
Oh, yes.
We're entering the trans debate, and
Well,
we're going to be talking about our own
Yeah.
problems,
experiences and
challenges to do with our sexuality and our gender identification. I'd like to kick off. I began suffering from gender dysphoria. I believed I was a stupid woman. I started driving badly, taking everything personally, and talking a lot about boring, meaningless topics.
no purpose.
All this made me an overnight social media sensation. I put on makeup and a dress, began prancing about like a tit. I was invited to the White House as a woman of courage. But my ambitions went too far. I decided I was a black woman. I put on blackface. My social media accounts were suspended, and I was thrown out of the Women's Institute.
I once lived in a high-rise flat, which was due to be demolished by explosives. I was looking forward to moving out, but one day I got a rude phone call from the council. They asked me, "Are you still living there?" I told them I'd changed my personal pronouns. And I said to them, "Do not address me as you. My pronouns are not and nor." They said to me then, "Not living there?" I said yes. The next day, I heard a huge bang and I woke up paralysed in rubble and my genitals were never found.
I regretted taking puberty blockers, especially given the fact I was 50 years old. The only effect they had was to heighten my libido to astounding rates, whilst also, paradoxically, making me impotent.
I decided to transition from male to female. The operation took longer than anticipated, and when they were half done, the surgeons decided to clock off for the evening and left me on the table. At about 2 a.m, I heard a nearby voice saying, "Ali Akbar!" And then there was a loud bang. I blacked out and woke up paralysed in rubble. I was buried alive, but I could see through a small crack in the rubble the figure of TV cameramen and Prince Andrew surveying the damage.
I finally decided that I needed to become a real woman and have my knackers cut off. I saved up the money, and the appointment was booked. On the night before my operation, my mother begged me. She begged one last desperate time for me not to go through with it, but I wouldn't listen. The next day, I was wheeled into the operating theatre and they anaesthetised me. But something went wrong. Although unable to communicate, I was conscious throughout the procedure. I watched in agony as the doctors laughed and drank Bud Light and danced the Macarena. The chief surgeon took a garden shed saw and began sawing off my gonads, laughing and smoking a cigarette. A number of times he flicked the ash on me. Once my balls were off, he held them aloft and began dancing around with them, shaking them and going, "Hey, Macarena." He pretended they were earrings. Finally, I passed out. When I woke, they said there'd been complications and that they'd accidentally extracted my kidney. I will now be on a drip and dialysis for life.